Since the dawn of time, humans have had the innate desire to explore. We as a species just have an urge to discover, find, and uncover things. To simply bring things to light for ourselves and for others. From river to river, mountain to mountain, continent to continent, from the surface to the ocean floor, from the earth to the stars, from my couch to this nifty looking field on this television screen. We're gonna talk about Wanderlust in video games. So before I dive into the video, let's go over what Wanderlust is. A strong, innate desire to rove or travel about. I'm very sorry, this accent is terrible. I feel like Wanderlust is a big thing in today's culture. You got everyone and their dad on Tinder saying they want someone to take them on an adventure. Oh my gosh. Instagram is full of folks who became hikers out of nowhere, traveling to beautiful locations simply to take pictures in front of them. Like I'm actually convinced that a lot of people would not travel as much if it wasn't for, taking swaggy pics on Instagram. But despite this background banter, I truly believe I have or, suffer from Wanderlust. During work, I often find myself looking at pictures of Iceland, Norway, and Japan. I even go onto Google Earth sometimes and do the street view thing like I'm actually there in person. And when I'm on trips, I love going off the beaten path. None of that tour guide stuff. And it's the same when I play video games, especially open world games. I rarely follow the main story path, and I just like to do my own thing. Like, have you ever heard of a game called Breath of the Wild? I won't go into too much detail with BOT dubs since I've already made a couple of videos, similar to this topic. If you haven't watched those yet, you can go over and watch those. But Breath of the Wild should probably just be called Breath of Wow, this world is so beautiful and open, and I can go wherever I want on a whim. But really though, this world just lives to pique your curiosity, and it enables you with the amazing traversal mechanics. You want to go up that mountain? Want to go up that mountain? Excuse me? Yeah, go ahead, go for it. You want to jump off that same mountain and go over to that, cool looking hot spring over there? Yeah, go for it, bro. It's up to you, man. And you want to slide down this beautiful green hill like a GD Furby? Yeah, let's knock yourself out. But all in all, this game just gives you Wanderlust. Like, I'm honestly convinced if you play this game just for the main story, you're playing it wrong. But more recently, there's been a little game that's been tickling my Wanderlust, and that little game is called Ghost of Tsushima. This game is gorgeous. Like Breath of the Wild, this game just entices exploration like no other. Obviously one of the big reasons being is just how beautiful this world is. Like, just peep this shiz real quick, alright? But on top of this beauty, the traversal mechanics and the rewards for exploration are great and numerous. Like, riding your horse is a blast, and just look at this grappling hook gameplay. And there's just this really cute mechanic with these yellow birds that, fly over you on this island. And if you choose to follow these yellow birds, they'll actually lead you to unknown locations across the island. Like, they'll lead you to these pillars of honor where you can get, new sword cosmetics. And they'll take you to these awesome spots where you can compose your own haikus and get a swaggy looking headband. They'll take you to Mongol camps where you can test your combat prowess and get some valuable loot. And so much more. Like, these yellow birds will take you anywhere and everywhere. And these yellow birds make exploration so seamless. And another thing that I love so much about wandering in this game is the wind mechanic. Like, take a look at the screen right here. Notice how clear it is? There's basically no HUD whatsoever. You have no mini-map, you have no little yellow dotted line telling you where to go, but you do have this guiding wind that you can call upon, and it will lead you to any location that you've marked on your map. I love this so much. I want to see more of this wind mechanic in other video games. It makes exploration feel so natural and intuitive and even spontaneous. Like, I was up until 3 the other night just exploring this game's world because it just feels so good. Like, just listen to the story really quick. I had set my wind marker to a location. I don't remember if it was a quest or just some location that I wanted to check out. But as I was riding to this location, there was a yellow bird that distracted me, of course. And I followed that yellow bird and it led me to this really cool looking red straw hat. It was amazing. I love this hat. As I was still following the guiding wind, I stumbled upon this pillar of honor where I got a neat looking sword cosmetic, but there was also a note that was left there by an NPC, and it was a note that explained that there's a secret path down the seaside cliff where you would find, a boat. So I took that note and I found my way down the cliff path, and I found some awesome loot and a sad little story along the way. All within the span of like 15 minutes, I discovered so much. I got the cool straw hat, I got a cool sword cosmetic, and I stumbled upon this, really tragic story that was just seamlessly part of the world. And I hadn't even reached my location yet that the guiding wind was leading me to. It's incredible, like this happens over and over and over again. The exploration in this game is absolutely phenomenal. I'm in love with it. And I'm still just in the first act of the game. Yeah. But even though Ghost of Tsushima's exploration is so fleshed out and it feels so good, I genuinely love exploring all video games, just for exploration's sake. Wanderlust is something that can be found and experienced in most video games, even the linear ones. For me, it's just a joy to exist in these beautifully realized worlds. Like, how blessed are we, really, to be able to transport ourselves from our couch, or chair, I don't know, into these digital dimensions that we can interact with. From the gritty and detailed world of The Last of Us, to the cyberpunk alleyways of Astral Chain, to even the two-dimensional Pelican Town in Stardew Valley. And who can forget the beauty of From Software's intricately designed and painstakingly crafted worlds? All in all, what I'm trying to get at is, video games tickle my wanderlust, and I know that they can tickle yours too. Hey folks, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I can't believe it, but we've surpassed 1,000 subscribers, guys. It's really honestly humbling, and I can't say thanks enough. And I know in the grand scheme of YouTube, it's not a lot by any means, but for me, it means the world, and I truly am so grateful. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Here's a little 1,000 subscribers cake that my wife decorated for me. Here's a clip of it here. It really was something worth celebrating, and I truly am so grateful. And if you haven't, make sure you spank that like button. Make sure you spank that subscribe button, because I'm gonna keep doing this. Like, I love making videos. I just love talking about the things that I love, and I love sharing it with you guys. And yeah, that's it.